I'm here to talk about post-traumatic stress disorder. I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube about this particular disorder, and there are a lot of good ones, and then there's some that don't really help that much. But basically, what I want to do is talk to you, especially the families, about post-traumatic stress disorder and what it does to the people who have it or being diagnosed with it. Anyway, I don't want to go through the whole spiel of post-traumatic stress disorder and the definition. You already know that. If you're on this, if you found me, you definitely already know what the diagnosis and the criteria and all that stuff is. And I see a lot of military personnel coming back from Afghanistan with this post-traumatic stress disorder. And I see some of them, unfortunately, taking their own lives because they cannot deal with this disorder, because there's so little knowledge and help out there for these people, and especially not just for the military, but for anyone who's ever been diagnosed with this disorder. For me, I was diagnosed 7 years ago with post-traumatic stress disorder from a stalker, which pretty much stalked me day and night. I am an RN. I have worked in the emergency room for 12 years, and on top of all that trauma with the stalker, I ended up getting diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. So the one thing that I want to touch on is the families. These people, me, anyone who's ever been diagnosed with this disorder needs family support, and they really need it bad. If any of your family members have this disorder, please do not ignore them. The one thing that they want to do is to be able to sit down and talk with someone, and just let that someone listen to what's going on, because it's so hard to explain what's going on with someone with PTSD. It's like their world is disassociated with the world that they live in and the real world. It's like when they come back from Afghanistan, it's like their world is completely changed from what they have witnessed over there. And so they see the negative parts of the world when they get back. So it sticks with them. Any, bomb, explosion, anything like that, it stays with them forever. Post-traumatic stress disorder is not a mental illness. Um, it is a traumatic brain injury, just like someone taking a baseball bat, hitting you on the head. Post-traumatic stress disorder is an injury to the brain. It's not a mental illness at all. So please do not ever label someone as mentally ill who has ever been diagnosed with this disorder. And I really wanted to stress on that because, I lost some family members because of my disorder, and then them not knowing how to deal with it and talk with me about it, nor was I able to talk to them about it. Therefore, they are no longer in my life. The one thing that I did need was support, either from friends or family, and I could not find anyone willing to listen to me so I could explain my symptoms, and no one wanted to listen. And the main thing is, we just want someone to listen to us, so we can get our symptoms out there. We can talk about it. The more we talk about it, get it out in the open, the better we'll feel. Families want to push you aside and say, oh, just get over it. You cannot ever get over it because it's there forever. This is an injury to the brain, and it's going to be with you forever. And there are medications out there. There's counseling and books and stuff like that. But I do urge you to go see a doctor if you've ever been diagnosed or you are having symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, such as flashbacks, nightmares of the ordeal, any kind of traumatic experiences you have had. where you were in fear of your life. That definitely is a very scary situation. And it does stay with you, but in time, it does heal. 7 years for me, I'm doing a little bit better. I did lose a marriage over this, so I just want to urge the family members out there, if you have a loved one coming back from the war, please don't ignore them. That's the last thing you would want to do. If someone ever talks about just wanting to end their life and commit suicide, please take it very seriously and get them help as soon as possible. Call 911, because we don't want that to happen. Life is precious. Even though when you come back from something like that overseas, you don't see life like that anymore, but it is precious. And I just hope that this video might help the families or the friends of someone who has been diagnosed with it, that just listen to them. That's all we want, someone to listen to us. We've been through a lot. I'm sure the people in Afghanistan, soldiers, Navy, all the military has been through a lot over there. And I just urge you to, listen. Try to help them. Get some help. Listen to them and just be there for them. A shoulder to cry on. Anything. But just please don't ever desert them. And just promise that you will always be there for them. And that's the one thing that they do need to hear, is that you will always be there for them, no matter what. I hope this video has helped a little bit. I appreciate the comments on it. I'm going to end this here. I'm not sure. I've never done a video before, but I thought, since watching the news and all, the post-traumatic stress disorder is becoming something very serious. And it needs to be addressed, not only by your private physician, but it needs to be addressed by the government, and so on. And with that, I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I appreciate any comments. Thank you.